Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Parshas Tetzaveh, and it's primarily about the clothing of the priests in their service to God in the tabernacle. It's also interesting that Friday is the holiday of Purim. One of the unique elements of the clothing of the high priest was what's called the Choshen Mishpat. It was a breastplate that had 12 stones on it with all of the letters of the Hebrew alphabet, and it was actually possible that God could communicate to the leaders of the community, or the high priest, or the melech, or the king, if they had questions, and the different stones would light up, and and the high priest would be able to actually read the message that God was communicating to the Jewish people. Okay, what powered the Choshen Mishpat? What empowered the breastplate of justice? And there was another element that was called the Urim and Tumim. It was a piece of parchment with God's name written on it that was inside the fold of the breastplate. Okay? And what do we learn from it? We understand that every aspect of the tabernacle was the place for God to dwell. A person is also, the body is a dwelling place for the soul. What do we learn about ourselves and our ability to connect to God through the Urim and Tumim? The word Urim and Tumim means Urim from the word or, fiery lights, and the Tumim means from the word tam, purity, inner devotion. Right? This is the dichotomy of Jewish life, of spirituality. Urim is the fiery fires that connects us to heaven, that wants us literally to dissolve into the infinite light. The idea of the Tumim is that idea of our power to withstand because of our inner strength and our connection to Hashem. It's the ability to withstand all the seductions of the world, to fulfill God's commandments with total purity, to mimut. Okay, it's those two things together that open up the channels of a person connected to Hashem, just like the Urim and Tumim, the parchment opened up the channel of the Choshen Mishpat, of the 12 stones, to be able for God to communicate with us. When a person is conscious of the dichotomy, he needs both. He needs the below to above, the Urim. He needs the above to below, the Tumim. That's when the channels are open. We have the same thing in Purim. Purim is, on the one hand, it's a holiday. It's when there's a level of divinity revealed in the world, the day of learning Torah, a day of davening. Okay, but it's also a day when the mitzvah to have a fancy meal and to get drunk. That dichotomy again, the below to above of Torah and Tefillah, the above to below of drinking, of getting to a place where there's no difference between Haman and Mordechai. That dichotomy is what makes makes Purim the most powerful day. Purim before Parshas Tetzaveh, that brings us to a place of the sublime consciousness that a person has both aspects, from below to above and above to below. May we experience it, each of us personally. Shabbat Shalom.